So, when you're presented with a big change in this world today, do you look at the change and think about what it is and whether it's good or bad? Or do you just go with, oh, that changed and we're all good? Um, I've come up with three steps for navigating change and how we might deal with it. I've called these steps evaluate, decide, and observe. The changes that we've experienced as baby boomers in this world are monumental. I thought the changes that my parents and grandparents experienced were big, but I don't think they're anything in comparison. They saw cars coming along in every driveway and airplane travel, but what we're seeing is way bigger than that. I mean, we used to have rotary phones that sat in the hallway in our house. In fact, before we got the rotary phone, we used to have to walk down to the corner to a phone box to make a phone call. And now we've all got a phone in our pocket, and those phones are actually mini computers. That's just one example of a massive change that we've experienced in this world. So, are these changes good, bad, or somewhere in between? Is progress always something that goes forward, or is it something that maybe progress is the wrong word? That's what I think. I think that progress doesn't necessarily mean something is better than it was before. I've come up with a common change that is going on in our world today, and it's so common. It's actually, I think everybody will understand it when I mention it, and I'm going to put it through the three steps that I've just talked about. It's actually one of my pet peeves. So, what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to evaluate it first, but what I'm going to talk about is self checkouts in grocery stores and in other stores. I'm going to look at the pros. I actually Googled the pros of this. I didn't Google the cons, and I actually don't think there's any need to Google the cons. I think you'll see that when I tell you what the pros are. Um, there were four different pros that I saw in this list, and they are quite interesting. I'm going to just read them out. The first one is faster transactions and reduced wait time. Well, I don't know about you, but I still see lineups at the self checkouts just the same as at the regular tills. So I don't really see that as much of a pro. The second one is increased customer control and autonomy. Well, I don't even know what that means. Let me know in the comments if you've figured it out. The third one, enhanced safety and hygiene. Well, quite honestly, I see that as the buzzwords of today. Safety, particularly, where everything is about safety. But hygiene, same thing. I don't see how it's any cleaner going to a self checkout than it is going through a till. That's just me. The fourth one, I think, is the best one. Lower labor costs for the retailer. Now, what does that tell you? That tells me that that's actually what it's really about. So, when you evaluate these pros, they actually have nothing to do with our shopping experience. So, I'm going to have a look at what I consider to be the cons of self checkouts. The first one is the fact that this is personal. I like to go through and talk to a actual live cashier. I like to go through somebody's aisle, talk to them, have a conversation, and that's part of the shopping experience to me. And the other thing is, I like to pay with cash when I go to the grocery store. When I go to most any stores and I'm buying anything, I prefer to pay cash. We can't do that at the self checkout for obvious reasons. And the third con that I see is that people are going to lose their jobs. As they increase the number of self checkouts and decrease the number of actual cashier tills, you're going to need fewer people and they're going to lose their jobs. And to my mind, that's enough evaluating for me. So when I have done the pros, so called, and the cons, I make a decision. So I've done the evaluating, I'm now making a decision on the evaluation, and my decision is that wherever possible, I will not use a self checkout. So the third step in my process is observation, just keeping an eye out for the self checkout tills. And if I, at some point, see a benefit to them, I'll look into it. And if I think that it's not as bad as I originally thought, then I would change my mind and I might use them. I'm not seeing that happening at the time. At this time, I have quite a strong feeling about this. And as I've said, it's a process that you can put towards any change that's going on in the world. And, somebody mentioned AI to me the other day, and I guess that's a whole other issue where AI can be taking jobs from people. So I think we have to just be aware of these things. Um, so that's what I have to talk about today. I hope that you found something useful in this conversation. Summing it up, in my opinion, we all need to think for ourselves. Don't just follow the herd. Think about things. So, my name's Linda, and I am delighted that you have stayed all the way through to the end of this video. I would really appreciate it if you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As a new YouTuber, I need all the help I can get. And remember, I'm 76, I'm a leading edge baby boomer, and I am not done yet. Thank you for watching.